blink of an eye. You know, Christmas time's going to be here. Yay. Vacation time will be here. Then we come in January. We're in the middle of winter. I mean, it just seems like yesterday that we started, and all of a sudden here we are, and it's almost winter time. That means after winter, comes spring, and in spring comes the Pennsylvania State exam.
No!
I know, and you are to be our salvation. You are to be the ones. Now keep in mind that those people that don't perform well will be an extended day program next year. So we want to make sure that we prepare ourselves. So
that was for everybody.
no, it's only for people who are basic or below basic. So not everybody's going to do that. All right, listen. Okay.
Do people do that on the test?
Yes, on the Pennsylvania State exam. If you don't pass that, then you'll be an extended day.
What is your come to school?
Yes, we're going to have a practice test tomorrow, and I want to talk about some of the things to prepare you for today. Listen. Listen. Okay, I want to start this lesson. Let's start now, please. Okay, ready, Rashawn? Rashawn?
Oh.
All right, listen. In the beginning of the year, we started talking about metacognition. We talked about the strategies that deal with thinking about thinking. Okay, we applied them to the plexers, and we found that if we apply strategies in the decoding of the puzzle, then we will be able to extract more meaning from it and have a higher success rate at solving what it is that was trying to be communicated to you. All right? That same kind of thing could be transferred into reading other pieces of literature. Literature is a code that we call language. We do the English language. So when somebody writes down the code and you're reading it, we have to make sure that we try and decode the message so we can extract meaning from it. That's the bottom line. So if we learn that having strategies going into decoding helps us to be more successful, then it only stands to reason that if we apply strategies before, during, and after our reading, that we will be able to take more information out of what we're reading and be more successful on our comprehension. So we've talked about metacognitive strategies. Now this is going to be for our PSSA test. It's a little bit different than when we do our short stories. Some of the things that we have to make sure we do before we read, and we've done this already, is to determine the genre, to establish the purpose, what is the article trying to do, make connections with our own personal lives, with prior knowledge that we have about the subject, to raise questions as we're looking at the article, to make predictions on what could happen next, to identify unknown vocabulary that might get in the way of our understanding, and in particular, for these tests, to go and read the stems of the questions and underline key terms. Okay? While we're reading, though, after we've done those things and we start to read, then what we have to do is use these strategies. We have to, as we read, make notes in the margin. Okay, make notes in the margin, underline key ideas, determine the organizational pattern. How is the article set up? Identify the answers to the questions that we asked, to continue to predict what might come next, to restate what we might have said, what we already read, and to use context clues to define those vocabulary words that we identified as being unknown. When we're done reading, and we have to answer questions and write essays, we have to go back and verify the answers within the text to make sure that we've located the answers and we have correct ones. We have to, when it comes to the essay, we have to restate key terms of questions in the essay. And then, because we're on that 3-point rubric scale that we've talked about, there's 3 points that they're looking for. I would like you to physically be able to point out all 3 points. And then as you're writing it, make sure that those key terms are restated and that those points are clearly identifiable so that nobody will mistake whether or not you've answered the question. And then make sure that you proofread your answer. What we're going to do is we're going to look at a release task that's been given by the state, and we're going to go through this system. What I'm going to ask you to do after I pass these out is I'm going to want you to partner up. I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to do a preview. Okay? Using the strategies that we have here, I want you to go through the text. Okay? There's the text, the questions, and the essay. And I want you to do some previewing, writing down these things, talking with your partner, and then when you're done, after that 3 minutes, we're going to talk about what it is that you've got out of it. Okay? Understand what we're doing? Okay, as soon as you get it, I would like you to physically move the seats so that you're with a partner, and I want you to spend 3 minutes previewing this, and then we'll go over what you previewed. All right, everybody gets coffee. Okay, I would like you now to try and move your desk together with a partner. Move your desk together with a partner. As soon as I see all the desks together, then we can start our 3 minutes. Partner, come on, find a partner. If you can't find somebody, you can make 3. You can do 3. Yes, 3. I don't have. Anybody have an extra pencil that's reading and Chantel book? Pencil? Anybody have extra pencil? All right, wait, I will try and take that. Listen. All right, here you go. Over here, ladies. Here's one. Here's one. I want you to 3 minutes, not to read it. I want you to preview.
I did not.
All right, we've done this before. Ready? 3 minutes.
You gotta determine the genre, stage, purpose.
Okay.
We did the question. Well, I did the question. Now you got the question for the genre. I always want to find vocabulary. Historical. It's not a book. Like grand would be like something that's great. So the grand ring. Alright, what's the question 8? The last sentence of the third paragraph says petitions from irritated neighbors were ignored. For which reason were the neighbors being irritated? Go for the word petitions.
Our campus is Alabama, so you have to end lesson.
Alright, how about let's review the questions, okay? Like number 8, the last sentence of the third paragraph says, this information can help us with figuring out, like, this stuff right here, it'll be way easier, much more understanding when you read these. Alright? Now we did all that stuff.
What did you do?
We did this genre. We established the genre. Oh, yeah, right. I'll make some action. What in majestic things? Wow. I've seen them, but I found a word. I believe. Yes. It celebrated the cause. This team was they work for them. We were done, we just gotta make it back.
Yeah.
I'm good with the church.
Are you doing a full article? Excuse me, I'm gonna have to give you a 0 for today.
I don't care. Hey.
No, I told you what to do. You didn't listen.
Okay.
All right, everybody, let's stop. Let's stop. All right.
Whoa.
All right. Okay. Okay. Here's the beginning of the article. What's the first thing that we have to do? And I want you to say it loud enough that I can hear, so that you know it can be heard. Okay. What is it that we have to do first? What's the first thing we have to do? Establish the genre. What's the genre?
History.
Okay, so it's nonfiction.
Historical.
Okay, historical. How do you know it's a historic work? If you want. Okay, how do we know that this is a historical genre?
Because in the box it says read the following passage about the history of the very important American war.
Exactly. In the box, it says, read the passage about history. The history of a very important American belle. What is that American belle? Okay. Anybody know anything about that?
It's cracked.
In Philadelphia?
It's cracked.
It's cracked.
It's big.
2 times. It's
Large.
It's large. Metal.
It's a national treasure.
It's a national treasure.
Got my last name?
Okay. All right. Those are important things. Now, we've connected with information that we know about it already. And as you look through here, were there any words that you scanned when you scanned through here? And again, I'm not looking for you to what words might you have some difficulty with? Majestic. Okay, we know that that's important because it's underlined. And what does that indicate?
That's question in the past, in the own past.
That it's going to be in one of the questions. Okay, so anytime we're reading that, we're going to know. Okay, any